Hey guys, it's your boy Euno, and we're back with Real Talk with Euno. And so, this podcast episode was actually late because it's supposed to have been in March, and I was going to do the last day of March, but guess what? Things happen, child. And yes, you'll be hearing that periodically with the drinking as well, because bitch, hello, podcast time, girl. So let's get into it. Today's episode is talking about threesomes. Threesomes. Oh my God, y'all be doing threesomes? Sure have and surely still do. Let's get into it, right? So, y'all know I am bisexual, child. I like both men and women. As much as I don't talk about women as much as I do men, we know I talk about men a lot, okay? I still indulge in the pussy because guess what? That's what I tasted. I'm not gonna lie, I take dick first, child. But you know what? It's okay, because, you know, you gotta taste one to taste the other, child. And again, that does not apply to everybody. Yes, I know everybody ain't in the world is gay. Okay, as much as the gays want to turn straight men out, if a man want to mess with another man, he will do so. And so, ooh, excuse me, bitch. Ooh, my God. Ooh-wee. Okay. Let's get into it. So, it's about this what I said. I love the podcast. I can be blunt as I want to, make all this sound shit I want to say. Let's get into it. So, because I played in both sides of the ball, right, I have learned that sexuality is a spectrum. Now, what do I mean by that? I am a person that is a judge-free zone. Yes, I'm always judging, bitch. But when it comes to like sexuality and like, you know, gay, straight, bi, the trans girls, the trans boys, you know, all that spectrum, I've realized that no matter if you identify as straight, identify as gay, lesbian, if you identify as trans, of course, going through the trans experience, but you still rather deal with the same sex that you were born as, right? It's just a matter of, hey, like what you like. And so when I was going through my bisexual phase, because like I said, I've known as a child that I like men, right? Obviously, you know, we always supposed to like women, you know, because again, as children, we don't know the difference. But as a young black man in a Christian household, I started seeing, like, for example, my cousin, rest in peace, so I love him so much. He used to have dirty magazines, right? And there was a section in the magazine that was strictly about gay people. Gay people, Jesus Christ. Gay men, you know, doing the do or whatever, right? Like, it wasn't no, like, pictures and stuff. Like, the display and, like, for you to buy, like, the DVD or whatever, it was, like, you know, these grown black men with these big-ass dicks. I'm like, girl, what is that, honey? And my other cousin, who I call my mother, she had a sex toy I saw the first time was a dildo. Now I'm grown to know what it was. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. So growing up, having male experiences before female experiences, and I say a child because yes, and not to get my business, you know, my podcast. Yeah, I was touched. And believe it or not by grown ass men, by little boys my age, okay? And at the time, of course, we're children. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I was touched by one of the boys in the neighborhood, you know, feeling each other. He thought he want to hunch. And then a boy I want to playing football with when I was, you know, my early teenage. So I say early teenage, like 11, 12 is not teenage, it's not. You know, about grabbing dick and putting it in your mouth a little bit. I was doing shit I should have been doing as a child. And then, you know, finally, you know, officially making out with a boy and stuff in high school. But at that point, I had just lost my virginity to my homegirl at 15. And then, you know, I started messing with boys here and there. Nothing full-on sex, just, you know, kissing and touching and probably a little dick grab here and there. I did get fellatio in high school. And then when I got to college, after my ex-girlfriend broke up, I went full throttle. I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, you know, I'm heartbroken a little bit. Let me go and just see what this dick is like. I was still messing with dudes, but, like, I went full, like, only messing with men. At that time, the last person I said with my ex-girlfriend was 2012. I wind up not, like, having sex with a woman again in 2016. That's 4 years. I was kissing girls and shit, but, like, I never got nowhere because, like, you know, we drunk and we doing things or whatever it can be. And I had time to be a lesbian, so, yeah. So, me personally, one of my fantasies, right, is a male, female experience where I'm in the middle getting dogged out by the nigga behind me while I'm putting this dick in this girl and she, taking it. I know that's right. And I have had male, male experiences where that hasn't happened yet, because the dudes I've been with are homeboys who still consider themselves straight, but we've done things, and I don't judge them by that, because again, for you to mess with somebody and you only mess with that one person as a male on male, where it's a comfortability factor, that's only going so far. It's never gone to penetration, but most men, especially heterosexual men, would prefer, of course, a female male threesome. So I've had both. I've had male. I've had male, female. I've had male, female, which is interesting. And then I've had, orgies once in the blue moon. I've had like one or two. So why I'm talking about threesomes, right? Because it baffles me the dysphoria of what is gay and what's not gay when it comes to threesomes, right? So every time I have a conversation with my straight homeboys, where I'm just curious, but like, hey, I got a girl that's down for a threesome. You down for it? Some of them be like, yes. Of course, there's boundaries, as I expect. Obviously, they know who I am, so the comfortability factor, the consent factor always comes into play. And there's someone who would be like, hell no. And I would obviously understand that. But what I never understand, I know it's a society thing, and, they always talk about how if men do anything, a piece of gay, that they're gay. And, there's a spectrum thing where, the worst thing you do to a straight man is demolish his masculinity. Once the hood know and your boys know that you dibble dabble a little bit, then you automatically one of the girls. And my whole thing is, I did a podcast maybe about 2 years ago where I said, if a man wants to be with a man for one time, I'm not calling it gay, because again, girls do it all the time, and because straight men find that sexually attractive, because again, they want a female male threesome, that obviously they don't care that them girls are acting in a gay way to appease you. So you're probably thinking like, Rick, are you saying that you fawn the fact that nigga want two girls? Absolutely not. I think go for it. My thing is, what is normally glorified, or how that normally happens, that girls have threesomes with a guy. Now, we know the rap culture, because it's primarily the rap culture. Let's not be fucking oblivious, right? Rap culture, as it goes to music, you want two bad bitches on your dick, having two bad bitches, I'm saying bad bitches for a reference of the rap music, but women in general, right, respectfully, obviously, having two women makes you the man, like, oh, you that nigga, like, man, I got two bitches on my dick, period. It's not touching each other in some form of fashion. That man wants them to touch each other. And so what I find crazy is, when I bring up male, female threesomes, you get this pushback because, one, most men feel like if I'm in a room with a nigga that's already gay, but y'all run trains, which is also, again, two niggas in a room with a bitch, y'all might have touched each other, but y'all still inserting behind each other, one. Two, if they're doing a double penetration, which, one dick in the ass, one dick in the pussy, that they're scared that their swords will touch. And yes, that is a phrase that I learned growing up. Oh, where are swords touching, bro? That's fucking weird. Girl, okay, but y'all both put dick in the bitch. I mean, yeah, y'all not touching each other's dicks or whatever, but like, hello. And then you have other men that feel like, okay, well, I don't think that's gay, them girls touching, because they're normally not gay. Because most times out of 10, you get a girl drunk, and again, we don't approve doing things like consent, obviously, but them girls consent to doing things with you. Then 9 times out of 10, they're going to touch each other because they think that will appease the man, make them feel better. And then when y'all in the club, you and your girls, I'm talking for my girls now. When the girls go in the club, y'all making out drunk and shit. Oh no, because it's whatever. Because he even kissing each other. that is also underlying what men do as well. Because if you weren't uninfluenced, would you do those acts? 9 times out of 10, no. A lot of girls do admit to, yeah, I've been wanting to mess with another girl, da-da-da, you know, how the fem stud, stem thing goes over there. But, you know, a lot of lesbians don't like messing with straight women because they know that it's only a phase and or it's just for the experience. But men, however, especially the gay boys, they don't care that nigga straight. The straightness of that man makes them want to grab that man more because then it's a competition of, can I turn him out? And my thing always is, it don't matter if you thought you turned that man out. That man already want to do that shit. And that's what you don't want to understand about why there's so many DL men in the closet. Because I'm thinking as a black man. Okay, right? So, as a black man at the age of 30, right? You know, like I said earlier, when men get demasculinized, if that's even a word, but they lose their strength and their masculinity, especially black men who are put as these hyper masculine sexual beings, right? Oh yeah, BDC, and I want to get handled and choke, and I want that big black cock and all that shit, right? I always feel like that's demeaning because you will see certain women strictly chase after black men for that peen size. Now, I've been with Latino men primarily and black men where I've seen difference in size. Obviously, not every Latino got a big dick, but most black men do. Okay. You know, the Afro-Latino, Dominican, Puerto Ricans, they got the dick. But the Cubans, Venezuelans, all of them, like, you know, it's hit or miss, right? So, when you're chasing a dick size, knowing that women, y'all vagina's only 4 inches deep, y'all not getting the right movement. Y'all are fucking going through it. Y'all heard when women take all that dick, it's actually more painful because it's in a moment. Y'all just take it because y'all want to feel that dick. I could be wrong. Someone, you know, when y'all hear the podcast, tell me I'm wrong, but I never understood why a man or woman want an 8+ inch dick in a booty hole and a pussy. Because, like, what is it? Like, and again, even me, who love sucking dick, right? I love oral sex, so I love sucking dick like eating pussy. If you ever, you know, just, you know, not, okay, you know, I want you to da-da-da. Hi, I'm here. Let's go ahead and do that shit. Girl, I do both, honey, and I do a real good motherfucking job. I got proof of receipts. Anyway, so with that being said, you know, falling back into the threesome conversation, the male always is funny to me because it's normally straight men. So when you have somebody who is bisexual like me, who comes in the picture, mind you, I've only had this male-female experience with 4 guys. They're all straight. One of them I've never bullshit. I did touch him once. I did touch him in the foursome, but he wasn't feeling it. The other guy was all for the oral sex, right, and then sharing the dick with the girl. The other guy who I've done it 3 times with, we've had experiences now where it, you know, has gone past the threshold where me and the girl gave him head at the same time, you know, during the threesome and all this type of shit. Like, and I was doing things to him that he, you know, talking about I could, but I won't say it out loud, obviously. You know, nothing to the penetration, obviously. But like, oh shit. And then the other person, only thing I did was touch his chest. So you didn't get anything like grabbing his dick or like that. None of that. But again, maybe because it's me and I give comfortability to my homeboys. Because like I said, I never pressure. Okay? I introduce the situation. If you're down, cool. If you're down, not. If I find a girl, which only like 1 or 2 girls that are in my life that are down for that because we have that relationship, cool. If you find her attractive, you're going to do it, and it gets to that point, set boundaries. I will not go past my boundaries because why the fuck? Because we want to have a good time. Not while we're in it and all of a sudden you want to break a barrier down, cool. You know, again, that's between us. But because the thought of 2 men touching automatically makes you gay is like, no. And so I asked my homeboys, before I did podcast right now to figure out if they're down for it. I want to say out of the 12 I asked, 8 out of the 12 said they're down to do it, but like with me, end of the bitch. The other 4 said, hell no, I don't want a man in the room, da-da-da, period, like, no, period. I don't even want to touch a nigga, da-da-da. And that's fine. But again, I think in 2025, there is a space for people to feel comfortable to want to do things like that, and they shouldn't be judged. My whole thing is, so long as you're honest about what you like and what you do, and if you want to explore anything like that, by all means. Again, we got one life to live, that you believe in reincarnation and that your spirit will go into the body when they're born or whatever. Girl, have fun. Like, why restricting yourself because you don't want to do it because of you think what people think of you? Like, it's nobody's business. If you fucked 5 people last week and you don't know them hoes in a row, who cares? Like, do you? Again, me personally, because a lot of people again feel like the gay ones turn out men and shit. I personally ain't one of them niggas. I ain't never one of them niggas. I'm always in hetero spaces. I know how niggas be. Sometimes it be at desperation because they just haven't gotten action in a while from a woman. Some of them are to be curious. You have to be the gay person that they want to do it because they trust you. All the time, the niggas already down for that shit, but their homeboys don't know. And sometimes, like one of my homeboys who has blatantly told their homeboys, I've been with trans girls. I've been with trans girls. And they be like, huh? Like, for real? Be like, whatever. And that's another thing, too, speaking of that. You will be very surprised how many straight men that you probably know mess with trans girls. They'll never tell you, obviously. But it's a lot of them. Because I now know maybe 6, 7 homeboys I know personally that do indulge in trans girls, And when I asked them what's the reason, because not with trans girls, y'all bitches are bad. I'm all for it. Me personally, when I mess with a trans girl, I've always said no. Because I can't think of the process of a person with titties and ass and that dick in between their legs, putting it in me. But the homeboys who strictly are tops that only want to fuck the trans girls, the aesthetic. And I always say that it's a fetish. I'm not saying that, trans girls can't be loved and there's not trans attraction. Obviously there is. But in the case where you're doing it and I would never thought you'd do it, in my mind, it's because either that's a thing that you tried or it gives you a little more empowerment because you've seen the aesthetic of a woman, or you just, like that shit for real. You like that shit for real. I'd rather you like that shit for real and you go about it because that's really you than you doing it just because desperation. Here we go. I just said about judging. I'm not judging. Because that doesn't do shit for me, does it? Because, again, if I want to go that route, I could. I haven't done it. But you can. And if you do, cool. I can't even imagine, because I've never seen the porn of it. I can't imagine what a male trans girl threesome looks like. But before I start talking shit, Y'all do know the G-spot's an asshole. Okay, anyway. Let me know how you feel after you get the podcast. Send me a DM, of course. And this is Real Talk with Euno, and I'll see you next time. Peace.